Hello everyone, I am back once again with another session for Legend ZA, and probably it's gonna be the last session for this series, like basically cause it's been a long time since I got into this game, but it's only as far as like covering out of my channel goes, cause you know I did like a lot of sessions beforehand, but once Legend ZA came out I just kind of started like prioritizing that game, just because I kind of was enjoying the game a little bit more because it was more about battling as opposed to this game, which is more about catching Pokemon. And yeah, the reason why I haven't showcased anything regarding Legends Arceus in a while was because, like I mentioned in my final session for Legends ZA, I actually did have a hard time catching all the Pokemon. But right now, I actually did make a significant amount of progress. Like, obviously I did not complete like all of the tasks. Obviously I just covered what was necessary basically, but that I caught all the mons. Well, actually I was gonna say I was gonna say that I caught all the mons, but that's actually not true. There's actually a couple mons that I'm missing. One of the mons that I'm missing is Spiritomb, and the other one I don't know what it is yet. It's one that's right here, like below the freaking um right here, yeah. Because look, I had to catch these three things, but there's one more legendary here that I'm not seeing so far. Given that this is Pokemon Legends Arceus, I'm assuming that this is Arceus's entry, which is kind of weird because you would think he'd be like at the very end, but I'm guessing because he didn't appear in the like throughout the entire like game, maybe that's why he's like relegated to being just down here because he's not that significant or something. I don't know, but whatever it is, bottom line is that we've actually, gotten, this far. These three were pretty they were kind of savage, honestly, to catch, but thankfully I was able to make it easier for me, honestly, cuz yeah, like catching them was not as simple as I thought it'd be, honestly. When Kojita told me that they were going to be in so and so places, I thought they were just going to be there under certain weather conditions, and they were, but you don't just catch them all willy nilly, nor do you just, summon them to battle, basically. It just, you have to do some specific stuff, honestly, before you actually catch these things. So, it's kind of insane, actually, that it even came down to that, honestly. I was left speechless when I actually did all the. I did them all in one day, by the way, too, so that's the remarkable part, as well as complete the entries because yeah, supposedly before I complete this side request, by the way, I actually had to finish all of the entries for these months. Thankfully, these don't require me catching multiple landers, tornadoes, and thunders. I just simply had to use a bunch of moves and use them in both the strong style and agile style, which is kind of tedious. In fact, I was actually just spending a couple hours watching or not watching, but listening to like telenovelas while I actually did all this, because doing this is obviously very repetitive. So it doesn't really like, it doesn't get that interesting, really, honestly. I think it's more interesting to catch the Pokemon as opposed to just summoning all kinds of battles just to, use the same move over and over again. If there was trainer battles, like more trainer battles in this game, then probably doing these would have been fun. But because it's only Pokemon, it's like it's not that interesting, admittedly. But yeah. So these are all the mons, and yeah, like I said before, Spiritomb's one of the mons that I'm still missing, and the other one, which I assume is Arceus, which I assume we're gonna run into once we get into the like once we get to the Temple of Sinnoh, which is where I assume it's gonna be. But yeah, so um, there are a couple things I'm gonna do right now before we encounter Arceus, and one of those things was actually show Kojita the trio that I have right here. Yeah, well, not right here, but in the Pokedex, the Genie trio. These three. Because remember that she wanted me to catch these things. I did not know that these mons were actually going to be in this game, but they were. So yeah, I was supposed to catch them and basically submit complete entries. So, and just show it to her. Because she wanted to tell me something after catching these three and doing what I needed to do with these three. I'm assuming it's something to do with Volo, but I'm not really sure. I actually don't remember what she told me, but She said she wanted to tell me something, but I don't know if she went into details for it. So we're gonna find that out right now. I believe she's in the retreat area, I believe. So we're gonna see that right now. Heading outside the village. Yeah. It's been a while, so I'm kind of thinking this is like the first time or something. I believe, yeah, right here. The ancient retreat. We're gonna see this, and then we're gonna actually go to what's her name, Vesa, to submit to her all the wisps that I had to collect throughout the region. Hopefully I got all of them. There was actually no way to keep count how many wisps I had. Like, I checked in the missions right here. Hold on. Wait. Right here. Yeah, right here. I checked, like, where, like, you know, like how many wisps I have to get, but it doesn't even show you like how many you have right now. It just says collect all 107 wisps. I did caught all the ones from all 5 of the areas in the Hisui region, so I assume I have all of them. But I found one in the Jubilite village, so I'm just kind of like concerned that there might be a few more hidden somewhere around, like, you know, outside of the rest of the Hisui region. So yeah, but that's what we're gonna find out after this whole thing with Kojita. So we're just gonna see this real quick. Okay. I don't know if I have to have all 3 of the genies with me, honestly, but if I do, then rip me on that front. There doesn't seem to be like a pastures or anything like that. So Kachita is right here by herself now that Volo basically went God knows where, honestly. Because after you beat him, supposedly he just kind of dips. He basically does the Cyrus thing where if you just beat him at Spear Pillar, he'll just say, I'll make the ultimate mine one day, and then just disappears, and nothing is ever heard of him ever again. That's basically what Volo did. So, yeah. And even Kojita doesn't really have much to say about him, unless me catching these 3 months has something to do with it, which we're about to find out right now. What's up, Kojita? Ah, you've arrived. I have. It's been a while. You now know much about Landorus, Tornadus, and even Thunderous. Well done. Effectively. In more normal times, I would bid you let those 3 fly free as it's their nature. But we are yet fresh from the tearing of the space-time rift. Really? Until its after effects fade entirely? Perhaps it's better to keep our trio contained. Yeah, because only God knows what would happen if we let them loose. So apparently the space-time rift thing, well, it's supposedly gone, but she's saying that it's not completely over yet. And now it's time to tell you the rest. Okay, so here's what I wanted to know. What else does she want to tell me? Like, I was wondering if there would be like more lore to this game, or is it just gonna be about Volo or something? What is it? There's one more of that cohort, as in the trio that I just caught right now. Come. Oh, what? It's another... Did this one even... Hold on. Is this a new mon, or is this a variant of one of the genies? I don't think I've seen this mon in black and white. I actually don't remember black and white that well at all. Because catching the genies in black and white was actually not something I ever did, actually. It was just something I watched other people do on YouTube, basically. But I don't think I ever tried catching the mons myself, so... Yeah, I don't know if this mon actually existed in black and white. I don't think I've ever seen it. So, like, holy damn. What's this thing? It looks like it has hearts as a neck with a snake. Is it Loverous? I don't know. Because, you know, Thunderous, Tornadus, Landorus. This looks like Loverous or something. She even says, Amor. That's actually funny. This is Enamorous. Oh, okay, I was close. I said Loverous, but it's Enamorous. Okay. A Pokemon hailed as the Herald of Spring. Don't tell me I have to catch this thing. Tell me that I just keep this thing. Because she has it right here. Enamorous is not particularly given to ill behavior. But I imagine you'd like to document her for your Pokedex, wouldn't you? Yeah, it's one of the last mons I need. And don't tell me she's gonna want me to like go after it or something, like I did with the other three mons. Cause if so, that's gonna probably put me at yet another detour. And I would probably have to spend a lot more time to freaking catch this thing too. And if it's anything like what I encountered with Landers, Thunders, or Tornadus, then this could be a little tedious. I caught them all surprisingly well, but I think that's only because I literally tried to like make sure I do it all right, because if not, these things would either get away or I'd run out of supplies, because those things actually require, like you can't buy a lot of the things that you need to actually, catch these mons, because yeah, I don't know, I may or may not have shown you guys this, but there was that moment where when you encounter the genies, you actually have to like supposedly use smoke bombs in order to, like keep yourself low key in order to approach them without them noticing you. And then you gotta hurl either mud balls or sticky globs. And as soon as there's supposedly like an opening, it's not very obvious, but there's like a moment where it lets you basically throw your Pokemon and summon it in battle. And that's how you weaken it and then catch it. I basically followed that procedure for all three of them. So I'm guessing if I have to catch her the way I did with those other three, am I going to have to literally do that? Don't even get me started on me having to wait for weather conditions to materialize in order for me to catch some of these mons. Particularly the last two, which were Thunderous and Tornadus for me. But I don't know. Here we go, though. Catch her, then, if you like. She always flits about in the Crimson Mirelands. Oh, okay, so that's another thing that I'm noticing is already different from the Genie Trio, is that this one's actually female, because I think the Genie Trio, they're exclusively male. It seems like this one seems to be exclusively female now, so that's interesting. In the Crimson Mirelands, oh, okay, I get it. So in the, what's it called? The Obsidian Fieldlands, I ran into Landorus. The Cobalt Coastlands, I ran into Thunderous. The Alabaster Icelands, I covered Tornadus. So now I guess they want us to like round out this quartet of genies with Enamorous in the last one, that being the Crimson Mirelands. It's kind of insane, actually. Holy damn! I thought that last entry, that the one that I didn't know about, that one was actually for this. So either does Arceus not have an entry, or is Arceus just not catchable, or is this entry just gonna appear once we encounter it or something? Because right now, as far as we're concerned, it's only 237 mons that we have total here. I don't know, but let's see. Okay, so she's just gonna run off. So I guess we have to do that whole shenaniganry. Any last words? I thought she was gonna say something like in regards to lore, and I guess that was something, because I don't think I ever seen that one. But yeah, any last words? And yeah, no, she just says the same stuff. She always flits about in the Crimson Mire. She just, okay, so she just roams there. Okay, because, yeah, with some of the other two mons that I actually, or the two genies that I actually ran into, two of them actually required me to freaking wait for weather conditions to materialize, so I'm just kind of hoping that doesn't happen here. Weather conditions are more prominent in the Crimson Mirelands, but I don't know, man. Because of that, I actually did stock up on, like, what's it called? In case I had to do something similar. But like I wasn't expecting it for the Enamorous. I was expecting it more for Arceus, if anything. Because I figured if I have to catch these things in this kind of way, would I have to do the same thing with Arceus? Assuming we battle it, which I do believe we will. Because it would not make sense. After the final encounter with Zygarde in Legends ZA, now I'm more than convinced that we battle Arceus. At first I wasn't sure because we just never saw it throughout the game, but now I'm convinced that it is. But okay, so the Crimson Mire, that's funny because I was actually grinding the Genie Trio there to actually, complete the entries by using all kinds of moves. It was also to gather up materials in case I had to use the freaking sticky globs and smoke balls again. Although I actually, now that I think about it, I think the smoke balls were kind of pointless, considering I thought it was for Arceus. I don't think I'm gonna approach Arceus with smoke bombs. I think he'll notice me from a mile away. See what I mean when I tell you that I can be just silly sometimes? It'd be what it be though. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna see if we can find it. There's no way to know in the map, is there? We just have to find it somewhere. Which means we'll probably have to fly around it. If this takes way too long, I'm gonna have to just like cut around the we're gonna have to like cut the session a little bit somewhere around here and stand by until I actually find the Namorous. And then if she becomes a pain to catch, then I'll probably stand by again and just do what I did with the other ones. Also, what am I doing here? Oh, I got curious about this thing. I got so used to doing that because I was actually farming for like stuff to create more of those sticky globs and smoke bombs. Because I wasn't expecting that we needed those actually. So I have to search all over here. Okay, it's somewhere down here. I just have to see her and then make the preparations. Oh, there she is. Oh, and yeah, she's right next to an alpha. It's the alpha scun tank. How do you like that? So I had to do that cleaning stuff yet again. Seems. Okay. Yeah, look, she's right next to the scun tank actually. There's also an alpha little mon here and an alpha here. Okay, this one has alpha everywhere. Okay, I guess we got to do some cleanups here. Which is annoying. But thankfully, we got everything under control. Get this out of here. This is a bit of a waste of time for sure. But, you know. If it has to be as long as it is, so be it. We'll use this. This is going to be ineffective with what's it called anyway. There's more? Oh, wow. There's more? Get me out of here. This place is filled with mons. Like, a lot more than the previous 3 genies. It was usually a mega I had to worry about. And this is certainly one of them. You fucking little... Of course it had to be you. This should destroy this thing. There we go. Easy peasy. Alright. Okay, so I have to make the preparation. But there's too much alphas here, man. These alphas need to go away. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. She's coming, she's coming, she's coming. I gotta stay low. Because otherwise it'll start attacking me and then it'll like, you know, it'll be a problem. Oh shit, the music. The music. It's already kicking in. Yeah, I gotta be careful. I have to... Yeah, I made a lot of these smoke bombs because of the freaking... This thing, honestly. And I'm gonna have to roll in the freaking mud, it seems. Okay, this is a little annoying. Yeah, let's see if we can obscure ourselves a little bit. Yeah, let's see if we can just get a little closer. And then from there, throw... Oh, I think she saw me. I think she saw me. Did she see me? Okay, dang it. She pushed me. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. And, okay. Yeah, it got away. It got way too far. This thing is always nerve-wracking for me to deal with. Yeah, okay. Gotta do this again. Actually, let's get this thing out of the way, because I don't want this thing to be getting in my way. Oh, come on. Get this out of here, man. How come it's not going? Don't tell me this game also has that issue that Legend ZA has where if you focus, nothing happens. You mean to tell me that this game also is janky? I don't think I had that problem throughout the playthrough though, but like, damn. Okay. There we go. Yeah. Of course this shit had to happen at night too. When it's nighttime, so many fucking Ghastlies and Hunters are in the way. Okay, but I gotta be careful here. She's coming. Damn, she comes very quickly, too. She comes very, very quickly. Let's see if I can... Okay, let me see if I can hurl this at her. Oh, dang it. Oh, man. Okay, I think the window for this one is a little bit tighter, I think. Because she did not budge whatsoever. With the other three, it usually was, like, I was able to just simply, like, catch them as soon as they saw me. Okay, but she's getting way too suspicious already. Oh shoot, she's coming too close. She's getting too close. Okay. Let me see what happens if I throw a mud ball instead. Oh, of course this stupid thing. This is why I have to clean up. These things ruin everything. Let's see, how can we do it? Well, let's do another one right here. Okay. Let's get another freaking mud ball. It's because this stupid thing. Can you just get this thing out of here? Fucking thing is just in the way. It's ruining everything. Get out of here. Dang it. You're ruining my plans. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, right. Bombs. But I'm running out of... Oh shoot, she noticed me. God dang it. It's because the stupid thing. Oh shoot. I'm running out of the smoke. Careful, careful. I swear, this is like ninja tactics right here, doing smoke bombs and shit like that. Okay, right there. Right there. Right there. Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. Okay, we cannot kill this thing, because if we do, we're gonna have to do all this again. What? You are a fairy type? I thought you would be like... Just, oh my god. I blew it. I blew it. Crab sling it. I have to... I think I'm gonna like restart. Like I'm gonna get out and then go back in. Cause I think that's what's gonna happen. Dang it, I thought this thing was... I thought this thing was gonna be flying type and maybe like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Psychic type maybe? But no, it was fucking fairy types. Dang it. Holy shit. See it use Astonish? I don't care about that. Man. Yeah, let's just get out. Oh, you know what? We'll do that after. We'll do that after. Yeah, because of all the catching of the Pokemon, I actually managed to make it to the 10-star ranking, but I haven't talked to Silene yet about that. But we're gonna do that after we get this heart stuff out of the way. But like, man, ugh, I was not expecting that. And I looked it up too. I looked up where to find her, but I did not look up her freaking type. Dang it. That was terribly. Let's see if she's still there. But dang it, I have to do all that cleanup again as well. Crap, freaking sling it. From the looks of it, she's not here. Fluff my nutters. Oh no, she is right there. But I have to clean up all this again, which is annoying. Because otherwise these things will get in my way. But man. So Garchomp is definitely not the move. Because Dragon Claw will not do nothing. Poison Jab kills it. And Rock Slide will kill it too because it's a flying type. So it's like, crap, sling it, man. So I think ideally, maybe Lopunny, question mark? Lopunny is usually powerless in a lot of situations. And this thing is coming in real quick. Okay, wait. Wait, I think... Ooh, she's coming in close. Let's see if we can switch this in. Right there. Oof. Yeah, I know. We have to do this like numerous times, from what I understand. Yeah. Shifting my items is also very difficult, honestly. Like, I'm not very used to doing this. Okay, let's see if we can... Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, these stupid things. I'm running out of smoke balls too, though. So I gotta do this as quickly as possible. The other thing. What the hell is this? There's a freaking mon in the way. Crap sling it. There's a stupid mon in the way. And it ran away. It just literally got in the way for nothing. God dang it. Throw another smoke ball. Oh, we gotta get in there. We gotta get in there. We gotta get in there. Oh, it saw me. It saw me. God dang it. It saw me. Wait. What's going on? Oh shit, I got confused. I got confused. Now I'm all over the place. That stupid Hippopotamus just ruined everything. I was very close. And the worst part is that she moves right next to a bunch of other mons so that they get in the way. Throw them on. Okay. We're going to go for the play rough. This cannot one-shot. Loppin is usually on the powerless side. There we go. Thank goodness. Springtide. Thankfully, this is not Mega Loppin. If this was, I would have died right there. Okay, we're not going to mess around. We're just going to freaking Ultra Ball this thing. Like I did with the other trio. Okay, yeah. There we go. Okay, thankfully that didn't take too long. But damn it all. Now that I caught it, I would like to know if she says anything. And before I have to complete all the tasks for her as well. But let me see. Real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some farming again, I guess. Which is a little annoying. Should I do this right now? Like, should I just stand by and just do this real quick and then I'll come back? It's gonna take me another several hours to do this though. Like, each one of these took me roughly an hour, like almost an hour. I think like 45 minutes each one, I think. Maybe a little bit more than that. So this will probably be no different. And I think Kojita wants me to do this in order to at least have it with the complete research level. At least I think. I'd like to believe. Let me see what I have here in the freaking the missions. Or requests. Let's see. Yeah, I did. Oh, now I have to show... yeah, I have to show the complete entry for Enamorous. Okay, that's pretty lame. But I get a nice reward, though, in EXP Candy, though. Okay. So, I'm going to do this, like... yeah, I'm going to do this off-screen because, yeah, that's going to take another hour or so of farming. So, and we're probably going to do it here as well, just so I can pick up more of these items, because yeah, the reason why I was farming with the legendary trio of genies here was because I actually wanted to have like a lot of freaking you know, like stuff to use these for. But yeah, I just kind of had it ready for the wrong mon. It was for Enamorous that I needed to do it for, not for Arceus like I thought initially. But the more you know. Anyways, how are my mons? Okay, Lopunny did take a beating, so we're just going to rest right here. Make sure everyone's healed up. And with that, we're going to actually stand by right here. So, yeah, with all that said, just give me a sec right here while I do this real quick. Okay, here we go again. So, yeah, I got the entry done. Took me a while, just about as long as the other three. So, yeah, we got that. Now what we're going to do is actually go to Vesa to show her the wisps. Maybe she can actually tell me how many I have. Because if there was one even here in Jubilee Village, there's a chance that I might have to find a few more somewhere. But if not, then that's probably it. Let's see where the hell she is. I think she's somewhere around here. Where the hell? Let's see. She was somewhere around here. There's a wisp over there. Okay, so there was still wisps over here then. See, this is exactly what I mean. Uh-oh. Would I even fall? No, I don't fall. You don't even fall into this water ever. That's funny. So you don't fall in the water here, but you do over there in the wilds. That's kind of insane work. Okay, so there was another wisp here. I did find one here, but I didn't expect there to be more, but I had the suspicion. So, I guess you can say that... Oh, there's 3. Okay, so there's 3 wisps around here then. Okay, great. The worst part is that I can't even use my freaking bike for this. Or my bike, my ride Pokemon for this. So this is gonna be a very, very slow process, I can only assume. Haha, yeah, no, this is definitely to be expected. Okay, I need this indicator to not be in the way, cause yeah, it's moments like these that I need to remember. 2 wisps, yeah, these are gonna be probably hidden behind like these buildings, or even like, hopefully not inside the building. Because if they're inside the building, that'll be a tad annoying. So I have to just look for them here somewhere. Nothing here, nothing there. No, nothing here. I can't get out through there. Imagine if I can just somehow get on the roof. What if there's like one on a roof somewhere? So there was one over there. Okay, one behind this building. The one that I found was actually here. But I don't think there's another one here. We can't go over there. I think there was 2 wisps we need to find here, so there's only 2 I have to worry about. There's a guy here. What a tail. Lying about Slowpoke tails, that's for certain. I don't want to believe that it's out there. It'd be insane work if it was. But there's nothing here. Nor here. Nothing here. Definitely not there. There's a Chimecho right here. But let's see. Not here, not there. No, nothing here. Nothing there. So you can go in between these buildings, but no secrets here. Kind of sad. What about here? Nothing there. What about here? Nothing here. This tree. With that pop-in effect, there's even a chance it might be somewhere around here, but just obscured for one reason or another. Nothing here. Nothing in between here. Nothing in here. And nothing here. What if there's one over there? Hold on, let me see. Or behind this building. Maybe up here, maybe? No, not there, not there. Well, right here, though. See? There's one that popped in right there before I even realized it. But let's see. Yeah, so there's one wisp right here. This lovely wisp. I don't know if I want to get captured from this side or from this side. Considering wildlands are a thing, let's go with this side. One more wisp. Okay, where the hell is that last wisp? I don't want to believe that it's out there. But we've reached the limits here. Trying to see if there's like nothing here, nothing there. Nothing here, nothing there. Nothing in between here. Nothing here. That's the limit. Can't open this. Nothing in here. Nothing here. This isn't a ladder. No, it's not. Where the hell is that last one? We find that. We're in the clear. But where can it be? I really hope it's not in one of these buildings, though. That'd be kind of insane if it is. You know what? I do think it's probably going to be out there. Since there's not anywhere here. Because I think I already checked everywhere here. Yeah, like right here. Yeah, there's nothing here, nothing there. I do believe I already checked in here. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing here, nothing there. Yeah, no, nothing here. Not here. Not there. Not here, not there. Nothing here. Nothing here. Just double checking. Nothing here, nothing there. Nothing here. Nothing there. Nothing in this corner. I already checked here, right? Wait. Not here. Not here. Not there. I think I've passed here before already. Yeah, I think I already did. Oh, damn. Deja vu here. Okay, let's see. Maybe it's somewhere around here and I'm not aware of it. Nope. Not here. Let's see if it's on the other side. Maybe it's hiding behind this guy somewhere. Nope. Not here. Not there. We can't go up here, can we? Or can we? Let me see it right here. It's a lot more. Oh no, right there. No, there's limits there. Damn, the fact that we can't ride our Pokemon here. And I feel like we should be able to here. But we just can't for some reason. This is the practice field, so probably not here. It would be too outlandish. There's nothing here, nothing there. Nothing here, nothing there. I don't see a single wisp around here. Not here. Because I don't see it anywhere in Jubilife. There it is. Yep, I had a feeling. But why is it way over here? This is not Jubilife Village anymore. This is Prelude Beach. How in the hell? Wow. It was here this whole time. How do you like them apples? And it would be at nighttime that we finally get all the wisps. It appears you've collected all the wisps. Time to report back to Vesa. Finally, though, after so long of freaking trying to find all these damn wisps. Because this was one of the things that took a lot of my time, honestly, was finding all those wisps. it forced a lot of exploration on my part, which I guess is not a bad thing. But considering that I'm racing against the clock to finish this game before the end of the year, I'd be lying to you if I told you that it wasn't a tad bit annoying. But again, I guess that is definitely where I am at fault, because this is a game I probably should have played the year it was released, and look at me now, playing it like almost 3 years later, which is insane work in itself. But it be what it be, you know what they say. Okay, so where the hell is she? Okay, there she is. Yeah, Vesa. Okay, Vesa. Thanks again for helping me. You've collected 107 wisps so far. Since you've now gathered 5 wisps, here's a little thank you present from me. An opal stone. Oh, you've gathered 10 wisps, haven't you? Please take this as well. Oh, you've gathered 20 wisps. Oh, okay, so let me get this straight. I was supposed to report to her every time I got like wisps in some area. That's just insane, bro. This is just gonna, yeah, 30 wisps, 40 wisps, 50 wisps. Linking Court, I needed that. But, you know, I'll talk a little bit about that later, but give me a sec. Yeah, 60 wisps, Great Pebbles, 70 wisps, a scrap of Reaper Cloth, we already have that, 80 wisps, Seeds of Mastery, 90 wisps, Candies is XL, 100 wisps, Grit Rocks, and now finally, wow, you've gathered every last one of the wisps. I really can't thank you enough. Now we can finally seal away that havoc-wreaking bundle of mischief once more. Thank goodness. But we'll need to go to the Shrouded Ruins. That's the only place the sealing will work. We should meet there at the same time of day as when we first met. Hope you remember. Same time of day when we first met? Like at nighttime? Yeah. Rare candies. Yeah, no, my satchel is always packed with shit. The linking cord. Oh yeah, so the linking cord. That was the item that I mentioned in my final session of Legends ZA. That I needed in order to, you know, get mons that require trading. But there's something about that I need to point out. And it has to do with literally me being a bit of a low IQ when it comes to these games. But apparently you don't need to trade, I think. Like, because what happens is that, you know those distortion areas? Right there, a lot of the mons that require trading are just there. So you don't even need to do any of that trading, honestly. So I was just like, yeah. So and what's funny is that I started getting a lot of linking cords as soon as I got all the mons that needed trading. So I'm just like, what the fuck, game? Like, I was trying to get these mons as quickly as possible, and these linking cords were just too expensive to get over there at the trading post, which is insane work. But yeah, anyways, so she wants me to go to the Shrouded Ruins, which I believe is here in the Crimson Mirelands yet again. The Shrouded Ruins is over there where it's over there where I was actually looking for the what's it called? Yeah, you see Shrouded Ruins. It's close to that area where I was looking for the Enamorous. Yeah, it's close to here, but the ruins is somewhere like, I think on the other side. No, it's on the other side. It's over here. Let's see if we can fly over there. Yeah, that's the arena, but it's up ahead there's a ruins. Yeah, the one's over here. The question is, am I supposed to meet her there? Did I see her at nighttime? I don't even remember. Let me see if I can investigate this thing right now. Yeah, I've seen this keystone here before, because I was actually like catching Pokemon here earlier. There we go. Now that I have all the wisps, now I can actually go to it. Kevin, I'm glad you came. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so how will this sealing work? First of all, a confession. I may have told you one teeny tiny lie. How dare you? You lied to me? I don't know. What kind of lie are we talking about here? About the wisps. There are actually 108 of them. What? I've been holding on to the last one. Could you put it in the odd keystone with the others? Oh, okay. Well, as long as you have it. I'd be damned if you forced me to go look for it somewhere after all the effort I went through to catch the other ones. But wait, before that, well, Kevin, what do you think of me? What? You're a strange one? I don't really know you. So I can't say by any means. Really? Even after gathering 107 wisps? Ah, well, it's fine. We have time after all. I mean, yeah, what do the 107 wisps have to do with you? Like, what are... I forgot what the wisps were again. Are they like spirits? Is she a dead person? That'd be kind of scary. Here it goes. The final wisp. After this, the traveler who used that strange magic will finally forgive me. Right? Ah, close your eyes for a sec, would you? My eyes are closed. Amen. She disappeared. Where the hell did you go, Vesa? Wait. Receive the last wisp. So she just disappeared and left the last wisp here. What? Was she just trying to ditch me? Okay then. Ladies and gentlemen, the final wisp is right here. Bingo. The odd keystone started glowing. Keystoned it. The odd keystone started glowing. Disappeared without a trace. Where the hell did the odd keystone go? It's right behind me. Making you gather all those wisps was my last bit of mischief. Thanks for playing along. What? Please, don't forget about me. What? So she just disappeared? But where did she say that? Did she say it in my mind? The presence of a strange Pokemon. The 3 servings of twice spiced radish were sent to... Oh, yeah, that's the reward for getting all the wisps. But, yeah. Oh. Even before this lady turned into this freaking... Oh, shoot. I was going to try to catch it, but now I have to summon it in battle. Okay, I have to catch this thing. Because based on the Pokédex entry that I have right now... supposedly you only get one of these, and of course it's female. Of course it is, because why wouldn't it be? In before it is Vesa herself, and maybe that's why. Whatever, man. Personally, I just want to get the Pokédex entry done. I don't want to waste too much time with this. I'm gonna go for Mystical Fire because I don't want to take this thing out. Come on, man. Come on. We're going to go for the Mystical Fire once more. If that... I was about to say, if you kill this thing right now, at a time like this, I'd be deceased. Okay, so we're just going to catch this thing. We ain't even going to waste time. Okay, so this thing is going to be a royal pain to catch, I see. Okay, fine. This game is really trying to milk every second out of me. I went out of my way to catch all the Pokemon. Okay, finally. Okay, thank goodness. That giant bounce made me think that it was gonna, like, just get out again. Okay, so there we go. I think now we have all the Pokemon. We have them all, including Spiritomb. So now I should be able to go to Arceus. However, there was one thing I wanted to actually do before we do that. So first things first, we're going to get out of here. So yeah, finding out what Kajita had to say about the enamored. Oh, actually, I don't think I showed that to Kajita, did I? Yeah. Okay, hold on. We gotta go back. Hold on. A completed Pokedex at last, right? Never did I think I'd see the day, honestly. It really felt that way despite me having this as a goal before the end of the year. It just felt like I was never going to get there. Though, in a way, you could almost call this a Kevin Dex. Oh, Lavinson, you really do have a way with words. And of course, you had your directive, didn't you? My directive, huh? I recall the message you received when you first fell down to this island, to this land. The one from the Arc phone? Seek out all Pokemon, was it not? That is correct. I knew it. It seems you finally achieved that goal. Indeed, I have. And I am fully aware that I have to go back to the Temple of Sinnoh and use the Azure Flute. So, where must you go now? To the Temple of Sinnoh, naturally. Mount Coronet, the Temple of Sinnoh, effectively. You'll find nowhere else in all of Hisui closer to the heavens. You are practically among the stars up there, as if one with the very universe, all creation. What will happen there, I wonder? My scientific curiosity is positively rolling. But, well, this isn't my tale of adventure. It's yours. This is for you and you alone to go and find out. Also, you're not even going to come with me? Okay, well, sounds like a plan. We each have our separate duties. Yours is to go to the Temple of Sinnoh, and mine is to give this Pokedex a jolly thorough read-through. Okay. Now that we saw all the Pokemon, now we can finally go meet Arceus. But, before anything, yes, let's report this already. Yeah, it's Spiritomb. I personally hope you can get another one so I can get a male one, but if not, then it is what it is. I can't believe this game actually forced me to catch all the Pokemon. The one thing that I never did in these Pokemon games was catch all the Pokemon. In Sword and Shield, I did complete the Pokedex for the base game, not the DLC included, but I did admittedly cut corners, particularly with the items you needed to actually trade in order to evolve some mons, specifically because I didn't know where to find them and I was getting really tired of looking, so I just kind of got them through other means. But in this game, holy damn, I could not do that whatsoever because I'm playing this on an authentic Switch, if you know what I mean. So yeah, no, I couldn't do that even if I wanted to do it. No, and if I were to do that, I would have just like autofilled everything to the point where I could actually like, you know, get to the end of this game, since I was primarily playing this for the story, but I guess the story was to catch all the Pokemon, wasn't it? Oh man, that's insane. Yeah, we caught it, but this is all just, you know, stuff we can do literally any other day. Only 20 points. Oh yeah, I gotta go to the Silene to get that 10-star ranking. Yep, ready. Yeah, we gotta return to the village to see what what's her name has to say. Now that we completed the Pokedex, I'd like to believe she will say something. I want to see if she will tell us more about herself, honestly, because, like, given that she's like a relative of Cyrus's, like, I kind of just feel like there should be a little bit more to her. When we were dealing with that whole like drama with Commander Kamado blaming me for the darkest day and all that, I kind of thought she was gonna do something, but she kind of just didn't, honestly. Kinda, because she was like out there with me in at the Obsidian Fieldlands, but other than that, she kind of just disappeared from most of. She didn't even appear at the Temple of Sinnoh when we were trying to rescue Commander Kamado. But yeah, holy damn though. I can't believe, like, I personally can't even believe I did all this though. I could have tried finding an easier route to get it through all of this, but no, I just did it, honestly. If you have progress to report, I will judge its worthiness. Show me your Pokedex. Okay. Let it be known, what's her name? Silene, yeah, that I caught literally all the Pokemon. Since the 8-star ranking, I did not take too much time to catch them all, but now I literally caught them all. They're all here. Obviously, some of the entries are incomplete, obviously, but you know, at the end of the day, what matters is that we catch them, obviously, because we'll at least have some decent information on them. But they is all here. All of them. So yeah. What have you to say about all this, huh? You have made progress. It seems you have earned yourself a star. And there we go. The 10-star ranking. Literally completing the Pokédex, basically. With this, you have officially attained the rank of full star in the Galaxy Expedition team. I see. The reward earns you, will be more generous now. Present you with these. 20 rare candies. 10 grit rocks. You have reached the highest possible rank within the expedition team. Continue to carry out all your duties with the dignity expected from one of your rank. Okay, so that's it. That's literally it. Any last words? Nothing more. Okay, so I guess Silene is just Silene. She's just not gonna say anything else. How hilarious. I know there's side quests here, but again, I'm not gonna waste my time with those. Although, speaking of side quests, I do want to talk just a little bit about that before we get into anything else. Yeah, the side quests. Remember in Legends ZA, in my last session for Legends ZA, I did say that the side quests were kinda inconsequential in terms of story? Well, that was kind of the case, but in Legends Arceus in particular, there are some that, sure, they're not like that big of a deal story-wise, as expected in my opinion, but there were some that were kind of actually, it would have made my life easier if I actually did them earlier. Because remember when I went to this remember when I go to the stores here? Well, actually, let it be known that I actually never used this store throughout the playthrough. But yeah, remember that when it came to these stores, like there was actually what the hell? Don't tell me there's more shit. We've got more wares than you can just shake a stick and have yourself a browse. Yeah, I know that already. I was gonna talk about that. So yeah, anyways, remember when the only thing I was able to buy at the stores was just Pokeballs, potions, revives, and there was something else. I forgot what the other thing was, but it was just like those 4 things. I think it was Great Balls, but I'm not really sure. But it was just 4 things I could buy. And yeah, it was not in like, it was just, I don't remember what the other item was, but bottom line is that we didn't have all of this, which includes the full restores. Full restores, I meant to say. Yeah, which was an item I really, really wanted throughout the playthrough because freaking Irida, freaking Adamant, freaking Commander Kamado, all these people were using full restores. Well, I was still stuck with potions, super potions, and even hyper potions. And the hyper potions, I only got them thanks to Volo because he had them. I couldn't afford the max potions because they were too expensive and I didn't get a lot of money. So, yeah. But all I needed to do was literally go to Choi in this general store and basically get ourselves into a little bit of drama that would actually have me like go back and forth between him and Tao Hua, or the Hu Tao wannabe guy. But yeah, I call him Tao. His name is Tao Hua, but yeah, like I just call him the Hu Tao wannabe because his name just sounds very similar to that of Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. But yeah, no, they're not the same character though, obviously. But yeah, bottom line is that I had to basically go through this drama, which was basically a side quest. Basically, I just had to go back and forth with them every time I quelled a nobleman. And as time goes on, he would like, unlock more items, and by the time you get to the 5th noble, you get the full restore. So yeah, it is what it is. Like, because I didn't do this side quest, I was playing most of this game on hard mode basically by not being able to get that many items, and whatever I could, it usually had to be crafted, like the hyper potions for instance, then the max potions. Then I started going into the stores that were around here, like this guy right here, who actually sold me those citrus berries to actually along with these in order to craft the max potions, and that's how I started getting max potions. But it wasn't until I did this dang side quest that I realized, yeah, this is how we can get the full restores as easily as possible, because crafting the full restores is actually a whole different thing because we didn't have access to full heals. So like, damn. It's just insane that I actually did this for like I did this whole game without being able to have any of those accommodations. That was like another reason why I was like just feeling like, damn, maybe Legends ZA is a much better game than Legends Arceus, because I'm not limited as like I wasn't in Legends ZA. Because in Legends ZA I was able to get full restores as soon as I progressed through the game, but here it didn't seem like I was getting anywhere until I did this side quest, which is just insane work. But anyways, so yeah, you're probably wondering what else have I got left to do before encountering Arceus. So what I wanted to do was actually go to the Alabaster Islands to get to see Irida one last time. Oh, but speaking of Irida, because Irida is like, I'm getting sick and tired of her flexing her ability to just be walking around places lightly dressed in cold areas. I'm going to actually do basically what she does and actually dress light myself, honestly. This game's customization is actually pretty lackluster. I didn't really bother getting anything. I actually looked up what customization features they had, but it wasn't a lot, honestly. And a lot of what they had, it wasn't really of my interest. So basically, the only outfit I've been using this whole time is this one, as well as this one. This one right here. So, yeah. Which is basically the default getup that you get when you start the game, obviously. But, yeah. I'm just gonna do this just for Irida. Once we finish battling Irida, we're gonna actually change and go back to Arceus, because I'm not gonna face Arceus looking like this, honestly. That's just next levels of insanity. I mean, that's kind of how Arceus brought me to the Hisui region, but you know, still. I don't know if I should fix my hair to make myself look like I did at the start of the game. You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it just for a reference. So this is funny right here, actually, with this character of Arizu. So she's like definitely not who Mars is in Diamond and Pearl. She's actually very nice in this game. Like, she's super nice. Arizu, who is the ancestor of Mars, it seems. But yeah, she's like basically the more nicer of the two. However, I do find it kind of silly that just to get this hairstyle, I have to go to her and I have to pay her 500 every time. And if I want to go back to the survey core style, I have to do this. Like, this is not something I can do by myself for free or anything like that, which is kind of odd. Especially considering how elaborate this hairstyle is. You'd think this character would be able to do it. Kind of like how the character of Dawn can actually do it herself in the anime. But oh well. I guess the game had to make something out of this. But it wasn't going to come free, of course. But anyways, that out of the way. We're just going to... This is just temporary. Like, this is just for... So, Irida and I can look very similar in terms of the circumstances. That being lightly dressed in cold areas. Yeah, thank you, as always. This was a getup that I would actually rock when doing a lot of the side quests that I was doing here. Because, yeah, let it be known that I actually did a number of them. Which includes the ones that Ariza was requesting. But yeah. So we're just going to go quickly to the Alabaster Islands. And then we're just going to see if we can battle her. Just kind of like what we did with Adaman. And if so, then, you know. I think she's going to give us the Lustrous Orb, I think. Or the Lustrous Crystal. I don't know what they call it in this game. But it's something like that. We're just going to go there. And we're going to fly to the Pearl Settlement. Which, yeah. I don't know if I actually mentioned that, but yeah, the Pearl Settlement is actually here in this freaking place of all places. So you mean to tell me that Irida just hangs around here? She lives her whole life like out and about, dressed like something like this, basically. which is just insane work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I already said that earlier in this session that I kind of do something similar, but my case I feel like it's different because I actually sweat like even in cold weather. But oh wait a minute, she says that she sweats too. No, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. But bottom line is that I'd be a hypocrite if I'm like judging her too much, honestly. But I was just getting tired of her flexing throughout the series because I was mostly in the Survey Corps outfit because I kind of felt like I needed to, given the landscapes and all that stuff. Where the hell is she? Where the hell is she? She's just making me run around here for nothing. Where the heck are you, Aira? I need to move faster. It's getting too chilly here. Okay, there she is. Sup, Irida? You ain't even gonna look at me? I like how she's the only character that doesn't turn around to look at me. Everybody else looks at me when I walk within their proximity. But yeah. What are you doing here, Irida? Hello, Kevin. Sup? I was just about to go and find you and tell you about this precious, incredibly precious thing I found. And what would that be? Are you curious? Tantalized? Sort of. If you say so. I want to see what she says if you say so. Oh, come on. It's a treasure. If you don't take it now, those bandit sisters might get it first. You mean to tell me that you're gonna let some bandit chicks tell you get the better out of you? I thought you're like, aren't you like the leader? Well, I don't know. She does have some insecurities, doesn't she? Okay, never mind then. Speaking of, well, okay, I was gonna talk about the sisters, but I'll talk about them later before we get to the after we deal with this stuff with Irida. But yeah, the Pro Clan's treasure. Yeah, it's gonna be the lustrous crystal or whatever it's called in this game. But anyway, before I show you, can you guess what I want to do? I don't need to guess whatsoever. You want to battle. Yes, exactly. I want to be able to achieve feats like yours. Like what you did atop Mount Coronet. Nice to be an inspiration, obviously. Now, give me one moment. I need to center myself. Okay. Take your time. Do it right. Watch me shiver. Oh, you're gonna play your flute one last time? In the cold weather? Lightly dressed? How lovely. And at nighttime on top of that. My partners and I are going to get stronger and travel all across the wide world. Yeah. Don't we all want to do that? Personally, not really. But anyway. Oh, I have Empoleon. I thought I was going to lead with Sylveon. But seeing how she's doing this triple shenaniganry again, I know exactly what we're going to do. Wait, not this. This, yeah. I like how these things are level 32, but, you know, these things are not to be trifled with. As we learned against Adaman. Espeon's quick attacking me. The Glaceon is level 64. You know what? I want to see something. I'm right here, and Ira's over there. What would happen if I actually go up to her while we're battling? Let me flash cannon this thingamabobber. And no styles, because these things are just level 32. So, Irida, how's life treating you? While we watch the battle unfold. Okay, so from the looks of it, you can't even go up to her. So that's funny. Let me see if I can be like... That's so funny. She's like right there. Okay. Yeah, this thing we're gonna... You know what? Let's do it. Let's end it with style. But not me. Okay. Damn, it actually lived. Or is it because of the frostbite? I feel like frostbite's like the equivalent of a burn, but I'm not really sure. Regardless, you're gonna go down with a flash cannon. Boom. What do you say to that, huh, Ira? Oh, shit. This character's just funny. She kind of reminds me of Lily, actually. Even though I don't know if their personalities are that similar. But I could be wrong. I wonder, Kevin, are there people even stronger than you out in the world? With Pokemon stronger than yours? Honestly, I wouldn't put it below me by any means. It is definitely possible. And in the real world, it certainly is, so I'll just have to find out for myself, I suppose. Here, the treasure I promised you. Nice. The lustrous globe. Okay, lustrous globe. Not crystal like it was with the adamant crystal, yeah. This is the lustrous globe we're talking about here. When used on Palkia, yeah, it'll cause it to change form, the origin form. I'm told this once belonged to the founder of the Pearl Clan. Also, you weren't the founder? It's somehow connected to Almighty to Mighty Palkia, I mean, yeah. And since Mighty Palkia is with you now, I'll entrust the lustrous globe to you too. Well, that's nice. Thank you, Kevin, for everything. And with that, I guess that's it. Damn, you have 3 comment shards? Damn, son. We're sent to storage. Yeah, because obviously. Any last words? The world before our eyes grows broader when we achieve true understanding with Pokemon. That's a lesson I learned thanks to you, Kevin. I'll cherish it. See? Last words. Now that's how you say last words right there, honestly. Because that's pretty much it, I guess, with her. Now let's get out of this place because I'm already getting kind of like, you know, kind of chill, you know. And we still have things to do. Gotta go back and change, obviously. Because it's too chilly out here. Yeah, but I don't think we got anything, do we? Oh, used Ice Beam, used Psychic. That's hilarious. We got updated entries for this. That's just silly. 30. I like how even though we got the 10-star ranking, we're still getting points. But that makes sense because we still haven't finished all the entries for this Pokedex. Probably the final score will be like 80,000 or something. Not sure. But yeah, let's return to the village so we can change. Because yeah, I ain't going to face Arceus like this. If facing Arceus is anything like what we dealt with the origin form of Dialga, then yeah, no, by no means. Actually, let's do the hair thing first. Yeah, let's do the hair thing first. I want to get that out of the way first. Hello, Rizu. I need you once more. Once more, s'il vous plaît. And this, at least, I think for you know, for this session, obviously, I think this is the last time we see her too. Let's see. Sure, it was this one, yeah, right. Okay, there we go. The things I do, man. It's stuff like this that always kind of makes me feel like, yeah, it's nice to see that I have my own decision makings. This is why perspective is always like, you know, like for me it's a big deal. It may not be to a lot of people, but for me it definitely is. Because it's all different. And if there's one thing I do like to be is unique. Even if I do things similar to how other people do it. Like I always try to like add my own little spin to it. It's what distinguishes people. But there we go. Wait. There we go. Or no, this one actually. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now we're ready. This is it. I don't know how Arceus will work, but yeah, my team's all at level 100 at this point. So remember what I said in my last session for Legends EA about like being close to being at level 100 during a playthrough? Well, crazily enough, Legends Arceus turned out to be that game. You want to know why I was able to get to level 100? Because excessive grinding with the alpha Pokemon. Since the game was requiring me to catch like at least 3 alphas in every single one of the entries for each Pokemon. So I was just like, yeah, okay. So I did that a lot. And sometimes I also just battled just to like level up because the alphas were difficult to take on when you're under leveled or even on even grounds. And the point was to catch them, which meant that my mons had to survive, so I had to basically level them up anyway. So yeah, this game would be the one to have all my mons at level 100. Whereas with Legends EA, I was just allowed to speedrun, but I kind of did a lot of similar approaches. The only thing is that I think I did less of it. Okay, so yeah. Oh yeah, remember what I mentioned about the side quests being like important in some areas, particularly to make your life easier? This was another one of them. There was a request that actually helps you set up a camp, and you could actually set another camp, which means you could fly over here if you wanted to. This would have also made life a little bit more convenient for me because that means I would have had options to fly somewhere like where I need to catch Pokemon and stuff like that instead of going all the way over there myself. It would have been a real time saver. But of course, I didn't do that because I didn't really think much of the side quests. In Legends ZA, I still think that that's probably like the case. Like it's not really that important. But in this game, it would have made my life easier if I actually did explore some of them. I think the ones that I did in my last session was actually for Legends Arceus. It was pretty like they were not that significant. So maybe that's why I got that impression. But maybe I should have just kept looking. How are my mons? Oh yeah, I led with. We're gonna lead with Sylveon in case, like, you know, we have to battle it, like, with Pokemon and stuff. Ooh, gotta watch out with this alpha. I don't want to run into this right now. We've had enough of that. I like how this guy is still here. This is the stone portal. I've been told not to let anyone pass, but I'm really not sure. Yeah. Go ask for me. No one's even here. I believe I have to wonder if anyone has even told him that this whole thing with Commander Kamado was over. Because not even Benny's here anymore. But yeah, holy shit. Okay, fellas. This is it, honestly. The final home stretch to this game. Coming to an end. We're gonna see how this game will completely end now that we have to encounter the one who brought us here in the first place. If we beat him, like if we encounter him in a battle and we beat him, do we get to go home, or do we have to stay here for some bizarre reason? Because remember what happened with Legends ZA, where I had to like simulate that I was gonna leave, and turns out I didn't leave anyway. So we were just stuck in Lumia's forever. I'm kind of wondering if this game is going to do something similar, which would be insane. And I'll go over why if that ends up happening right now. But it's going to be afterwards, after the encounter with Arceus and all that stuff. Okay, holy shit. My knees are freaking chilly right now, though, I will say. Okay. I'm a little nervous because you guys saw how it was for me to deal with Zygarde in that final match. So I don't know what Arceus might require of me. After dealing with those genies the way I did, I'm kind of afraid that Arceus will try to have me doing something similar. Hopefully not, but we shall see. I'm a little shaky right now. I'm shaky before we even got into anything. I don't know how I feel about that. Your Azure Flute is making a sound. Will you like to play the Azure Flute? Oh boy. Here it comes, fellas. Here we go. We're about to play this. Yeah. That's the tune that you hear when you play it in Diamond and Pearl as well. That's like the alpha tune, I guess. Holy shit. This is like like Puss in Heaven or something. Glowing stairway appeared. Yeah, I know that in Diamond and Pearl you have to do this too, honestly. But I like how more cinematic it looks in this game. That's one of the things I like about the Legends games is that everything looks more cinematic. Look at that. We're like straight up in outer space or something here. Holy damn. I'm just standing here. I like how normal I look here and everything around me just looks so like ultra dimension like, you know? Oh, that's that little symbol thing that you see in Heart Gold and Soul Silver when you activate the Arceus event in that game. I'm looking around to see where the hell Arceus is because I'm trying to find out where the heck he is. There's nothing. I hear him. So there you are. So Arceus, I caught all the Pokemon. What do you think? Oh, come on, you gotta say something. Are you gonna tell me through the Arc phone? Is it gonna go back to my regular phone? No. Turn into an orb? Wait, so you're not gonna tell me anything? And before this is just like a wild match, like a Wildmon match. Oh, okay. Oh, but you're giving me. Oh shoot! Come on, man. Come on, this is. We didn't even start, and you're already giving me this work. Okay, okay. This is kind of hard. Okay, so unfortunately no Pokemon will be required for me to use here. I just have to freaking do this again. Okay, that's insane work. Watch out, watch out. Aw, dang it. Wait, what? Okay, okay, wait. Dang it, fool. This is Arceus' way of playing with me, I guess. Because you saw what happened in Legend ZA where that whole thing was just kind of like, you know, about just messing around with Zygarde until the end, just to see if I'm worthy of catching him and stuff like that. I think Arceus is just doing the same thing. But dude, I don't get to use my Pokemon. That's kind of the sad thing here. Given that it doesn't really matter, we can restart the battle. That's insane though. We have to do this again, but with Arceus, and it seems like his attacks are a lot more aggressive than Dialga's was. Okay, pues. Damn. Okay. Man, okay, but this is the hard part. I can't really. It's hard to react to that. Oh man. Okay, you know what? We're gonna have to just practice like dodging these things, cause yeah. Okay, there's that. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, there's raise. Oh dang it, I got hit. You know, in Legends ZA, there was like this invincibility that you get when you do that, but it seems like in this game you don't really get that very much. Okay, come on, let me move. Ay. Okay, this is really hard. This is not like Zygarde, but it's still kind of hard actually. I don't think it matters because we didn't even get any progress. How are we supposed to deal with this? We might have to do what we did it with Zygarde and just like do that whole like standby thing again. That is a possibility. Okay, here we go again. Okay, there's that wave. There that. Okay, dang it. Reacted late. I was hoping I could get two in before like dodging. Dang it. I'm too slow with that. Ugh. This really does put your reflexes to the test. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just realized something. So, remember that in Legend ZA, I could actually run away from these things? And as I run away, I can actually recover? That doesn't seem to be the case at all in Legends Arceus. For all the nobles that I've encountered, as well as Dialga and Palkia, like, yeah, I just never recovered from anything. So, holy damn. This could actually conceivably be harder than Legends ZA still. Which is insane, because this game came out much later. Or much sooner. Later? Much sooner, obviously. Holy damn. Yeah, obviously. Arceus is a menace. Let me see. I'll give it one more shot. If I don't make progress from here on outwards, then I'll probably have to, do things the way I did it with Zygarde, obviously. This is looking to be hard, if only because I have to freaking literally not take hits, because if I do, then obviously I can continue, but like I have to do that, in a weird way. It's kind of insane. But here we go. I know dodging this thing is going to have to be the key here. And doing this with live commentary is actually infinitely more difficult. That's why I didn't have much of it when I did that final encounter with Zygarde. It's because I just needed to focus. Ugh. I don't know if it's me or did he switch up the patterns. Yeah, right there. Oop, dang it. Come on, move. Ugh. Dang it. Yeah, no. This is gonna require focus. I think we're gonna just stand by after this, honestly. Let me just die first. Cause yeah, this guy really wants to play like rough. Literally. Cause what do you mean I have to deal with all this? Ouch. Yeah, no. It seems like I have to only go for one at a time then. Yeah, because otherwise this happens. Yeah, never mind. I barely made progress, dude. There's got to be a way. Okay. Yep. Dang it. Terrible reaction. Terrible. Arceus is like, I win. Okay. Yeah. No, we're gonna definitely stand by right here, basically. But yeah, I'm gonna have to give Arceus a piece of my mind, cause yeah, we ain't doing this shtick again. 75. We can't dazzle him. I do find it amusing that this is level 75, but considering we're doing that bomb shooting stuff, it's actually insane work. It could very well be just about as difficult. Ooh, I don't like that. It gets to go for it again. Holy fuck. It gets to go for it. Just go for this. It also raises its defense stats. Oh yeah. Dang it. Forgive me, Sylveon. Forgive me. This is Arceus we're dealing with here. Steel type. Rosary will not work. Let's go into Lapine. You want to play Alpha with Alpha? Two can play that game. Okay, back into the fight. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Wait. Yeah, wait. Okay, I know where this is coming. Wait. What? Dang it. Okay. But damn. Insane work. We're gonna do it from the beginning. From the very beginning. got a little too hasty there. Oh my god. Oh man. That was insane work yet again. Now will you tell me? Thou hast done well to seek out all Pokemon. Well, I'm glad you think that, honestly. The question is, what are you gonna do now? Unflagged devotion to a goal shall see it through. Yeah. So hast thou proven by thine actions. Much as that ancient hero once did, he and the Pokemon that walked beside him. To see such truths proven anew beyond the bounds of time and space brighteneth my joy, or whatever. I am glad that I chose thee to call to this world. As thou walkest onward upon thine own path, upon thee and upon this creation where thou now dwellest, I bestow my blessing. And I bestow upon thee a part of myself. I would walk this world together with thee. Show me how it appeareth in thine eyes. Okay. The legend plate from Arceus, okay. I'm guessing that's the normal plate, question mark? Imbued with the essence of all creation, when used on a certain Pokemon, it allows that Pokemon to gain power of every type there is. Oh, really? That's kind of insane. The deified Pokemon complete. Okay. So, does that mean I just, not go anywhere? Okay, so we are back down here. Yeah, he put down the stairway to heaven, but wait. So I don't have to catch him whatsoever? Our phone is beeping. Okay, now what is it? Our phone is beeping. Have a rematch. Oh man, after all the effort I went through that, yeah, nah, do nothing. Get me out of here. Why would I even want to rematch this? Wait, so let me get this straight. 38. Receive a part of Arceus. A part of Arceus. Not Arceus himself, though. Do I have to rematch him yet again? That'd be kind of insane if I did. Right now it's not documented, but... Task with unreported data. Caught all ones. Have a rematch. That's just silly, man. I cannot fly away from here, huh? Yeah, kind of like in Diamond and Pearl, we cannot actually fly away from the Temple of Sinnoh. Apparently that's sacrilege, so we have to do the formality of going out through that cave. Unless I can fly from here. Okay, yeah, no, literally. Only in the Temple of Sinnoh you can't do that, but right here, since it's not in the temple anymore, now we can. But obviously we can't do it that way, so okay. We could just fly around here then, I guess. Okay, so let me see something real quick. Yeah. Arceus. And that's a perfect because you just simply have to battle him. So, okay, so we don't go anywhere then? So I guess we just stay here? Is that what I'm getting? 100, 100, 200. Okay. So what would I like to do now? Return to the village? Okay. So that's basically it. We don't go home basically. We just stay here. Unless I'm actually not the character from Diamond and Pearl and I'm actually a completely different character maybe. No, but it clearly was that honestly, but that's the thing. So that's it? Like I just stay here then? I completed the Pokédex. I got the 10-star ranking with Silene. So that's it basically? Insane work. We don't even get word from Commander Kamado on this? Let me see what he has to say. And jeez, that took me a while. Took me a while to take out Arceus actually. It's actually insane work. Let me see if he says anything. No end to the study of Pokemon, even if the Pokedex is complete. Ha ha ha, you're finny. Okay, so yeah, this game basically is just telling me that that's it. But we don't go home, I guess. I guess we stay here, I guess. Which means I guess my mom doesn't know that I'm gone now. That's actually kind of dark in my opinion. She's probably thinking to herself, damn. Out of nowhere, she just lost her own son. That's unfortunate. Well then. Okay, pues. Well then, if there's nothing else to do, then I guess there's only one thing left to do, I guess. Change it to something more casual. And just chillax, yeah. Well, damn, though. That's kind of insane. we just stay here. So I guess we just have to recreate history again. I guess, I mean, given what we saw in Legends ZA, then yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense. But like, damn. I was thinking we'd at least get like maybe some sort of cutscene as to like, going like, I don't know, maybe thinking about what it was like being back over there. But again, I guess that kind of goes back to the whole that whole laziness from the Pokemon company, where like making the character go back to the modern day Sinnoh region would just be like a whole nother thing, honestly. So it would probably just not be in their interest to do that. Yeah, like I can see them doing that, obviously, like not going that far. But yeah, I just think that's insane. I guess this is why people, because there was a reviewer that said that this game was like incomplete, and I think this is why. It's because once you beat the game, once you get Arceus, you just, that's it. Like the game doesn't even tell you anything. Nobody even seems to care that I caught Arceus. I even went to Professor Laventon to report, and he didn't say anything. He didn't even mention Arceus whatsoever. So it's like, damn. This game kind of just left it a medias in a way. Well, damn. Okay. So I guess that is what it is then. Okay, so what can I tell you? So this game is, like I said, it was kind of interesting actually. I'm not a huge fan of catching the mons myself personally, but I'll admit that this game is probably the first time that they actually made it kind of fun to catch Pokemon, actually. I think I still prefer Legends ZA just because of the fact that it's more about battling. But yeah, the Arceus match was kind of insane. It's I can't tell if it's harder than the match with Legends ZA, cause remember that in Legends Arceus you can actually like go down after being like halfway there, and you can just continue from there, which is something you cannot do with Zygarde. You have to battle him in all three phases, and you cannot lose whatsoever. But that's also made easier with the Pokemon battling alongside you real time, as opposed to what we did here, basically, where we have to like hurl bombs at it and actually then kind of disable it at some point, and then battle it for a bit, and then repeat that. So it's kind of like hard for me to tell which one's harder, actually. Maybe by technicality this one is actually easier, if only because you could continue. But obviously in my case I decided to be a man about it and actually battle it till the end, and I had to make sure I didn't die. If I take damage, that's fine, because obviously it's kind of hard to dodge those kinds of things, those attacks from Arceus. I think it's doable though, but I just need to know the patterns. It's kind of like practicing the Contra games, where I have to learn all the patterns in order to actually be able to traverse all of the platforming areas and the bosses and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of the same thing here, basically. But that's going to take time. I guess that's why Arceus is asking you for a rematch, if you want. Which kind of makes me wonder, are we able to actually get that rematch with Zygarde and ZA? Because if so, that'd be kind of cool. Maybe through Vinny's, what's it called? That simulator thing for the Rogue Megamons and stuff like that. That'd be cool, because I was a huge fan of the music there. No, and this one, it doesn't sound as finale-like as the one from Legends Z8, but the battle with Arceus still, like, it felt very, like, energetic. It felt like a final boss battle, if anything. Despite the same old passive concept of throwing bombs at it. But, there is something worth mentioning about that match with Arceus, actually. Is that it actually reminds me a lot about Rayman 2. You want to know why? Because the bombs that Arceus gives you actually look like the spheres that Rayman throw at in Rayman 2, basically. After he gets like an upgrade in his powers, he throws like gold balls at the enemies and stuff like that. That was kind of the vibe I was getting while fighting Arceus. That's basically what motivated me to actually not do what I did with Origin Dialga, where I just like, if I went down, I actually just continued progress and not bother restarting. No, with Arceus particularly, I felt like it was only the most dignifying way to, end the whole, game. I had to beat it without dying at least. So, which thankfully I did. But it took me a lot of tries though. Arguably more than what it took me to beat Zygarde. That's kind of one of the reasons why it's kind of up there as to whether this is harder than Legend ZA, honestly. But as a whole, I think this game was, it was relatively fun. It actually, I'll admit that I do think I liked the Arceus match a little bit more than the Zygarde one, if only because of that Rayman reference, directly or indirectly, but it feels like a reference to Rayman in a way. You're like out in outer space. It kind of reminds me of the boss battle you have with Razorbeard in that game, so it's kind of interesting. But yeah, although I'll admit that the way it ends is a little anticlimactic. ZA had a much more like conclusive type of ending, which is kind of saying something because the game is not even over in that front, because that game actually has DLC, unlike this one, which I don't think has any DLC. But yeah, that's fine, honestly. Otherwise, I would have probably still been stuck with this game even before the end of the year, or after the end of this year, actually. And like I said before, the goal here was just to get all these missions done, which now I certainly do. So, yeah. Fun game, honestly. Fun game. I'm personally glad I managed to, play it. You know what it means now that I finished both this and ZA? Now I can actually finally watch in-depth reviews about this game, because I actually do want to hear more about what people think about this game. Because remember that I mentioned that one of the reviewers that I read, this was actually a reviewer like on a forum. I don't think it was a video, but it was like on a forum that I saw. I forgot what forum was it though. But they were talking about how this game was incomplete, and that's why it was like not as great, but it was not like a bad game, but it was like just not like the masterpiece people were waiting for. But it did do things kind of like ZA did in like changing things up a little bit. And I thought it was like Legend ZA was kind of refreshing, honestly. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm glad I've managed to finish the game a little bit, before the end of the year. And almost literally, like, I find it insane that this game literally almost forces you to 100% the game. Almost. I say almost because, yeah, the Pokédex is complete. I have the full star member rankings. I got Arceus. I battled him. But the only thing that's not complete here are pretty much the remaining tasks for the remaining Pokemon. Once that's covered, then yeah, the game would be 100%. But this game really just asks you to pretty much do that, at least to finish the game. At least in an authentic way. Because, when we got to the end credits for this game, it just didn't feel satisfactory because there was no Arceus anywhere. Now we encountered it, and it ended rather odd, but, I mean, it is what it is. I kind of didn't expect this game to be, like, anything crazy either, honestly. If anything, it did surprise me, like, throughout the game, though. But the way it ended, I was just like, yeah. It was just about what I expected. I was kind of hoping that we'd, like, at least get to see a glimpse of what it would have been like if I actually got to go back to my own time period here. But I guess the Pokemon company just decided not to, so it is what it is. But anyways, so now that this game is done, I can do one of two things now that I still have time for the rest of this year, basically. I can either go through the DLC for Legend ZA, because I'll admit that I'm a little curious now, actually. Like, wasting money on that isn't that big of a deal for me personally, but yeah. I'm a little curious. I'd be lying to you if I told you that wasn't the case. It's either that, or I can actually finally start one of the games that I actually have been having curiosities for to play for a while now. It's actually not a game that I've played ever, honestly. It's actually a game it's not brand new either, but it's one that I actually have kept my eye on for a good amount of years now. And if I'm going to play it for the first time, I would like to cover it on my channel. So it's one of those two things. I'm going to think it over for a couple days before getting into it. But with all that said, if you watched my entire journey through Pokemon Legends Arceus, thank you for watching as always. Hope to catch you fellas for whatever else I decide to showcase on this channel. But for now, just take it easy and have yourselves a good one.